Oh yeah, that's right. Gary has a metal detector in hand. But unfortunately, it is not to go metal detecting for treasure. This week, my daughter's been out shooting arrows at a deer decoy, and there's a big snow pile behind where she's been shooting. She's lost all her arrows. So I'm gonna see if we can use the detector and find her a few arrows. I ordered her more on Amazon, but they won't be in for another week, so. And she's all excited to keep shooting the bow, so let's see what we can find. Well, there's where she's been shooting, back into here, so we'll take the detector and see if we can find some. There might even be, she was shooting over here a little bit too, so. Oh, in fact, I see one right there. Hey, one down, 3 to go. Well, I think Gage has found one. What do you got, buddy? Is there an arrow in there? I don't know what he's found. Let me take a look. Hey, he's got one. There we go. Good job, buddy. Who needs a detector when we got a super dog? What are you trying to tell me? Dude. What do you got? Hey, buddy. You're 2 for 2. Don't break my arrow. Good job. Good job, but no, we're not playing fetch with that. Hey, well, Gage has got a new career ahead of him as an arrow retrieval specialist. I have done my duty. We are done for today. So it's time for Gage and I to do a loop here out on the trails. I brought the camcorder and the 100mm macro for photography. I was going to document spring here, get some melt on, but the wind is actually kicked up. Nothing's melting right now. It is above 0. Can you hear the wind? So it's kind of actually a chilly day. Wind is really blowing. Ravens. Somewhere behind me I heard the ravens. So we're coming up on something on the trail here I noticed the other day, and I didn't mention it because I was doing a photography video, but look at hanging right here behind me, right there, that stick, that is a poplar stick. So this stick hanging right here in this tree is poplar. This is ash, this is balsam, balsam, ash, and then all balsam. You can see the green, it's all balsam. There isn't a poplar around here. I do not see one. I do not see one. None of these. So where does this come from And how does it get hung up in the tree? I mean, I'm not saying it's not natural. I'm just saying that's weird. I noticed it the other day walking down the trail right away. Are these things even worth mentioning? I don't know, but like, if I could explain to you guys where that came from. Oh, there's a poplar tree 10 feet away here, and it fell out, and it landed in that tree. You know, I would not even mention it, but I cannot see one for 50 feet around here. There are no poplar trees. And that branch would not blow very far in the wind, I'll tell you that. So it's just one of those things where if you look hard enough, you see these strange little anomalies all down the trail. And I question what's worth mentioning and what isn't. 9 out of 10 people would have never even noticed that because they don't know the difference between their trees. But I do. I don't know. I don't even know what's worth mentioning, guys. Tell me in the comments below. Is noticing things like that, is that a stretch? You know, or is that something worth noticing? And in yesterday's video, we had that pine. Huge pine with all these broken branches, at least a dozen of them. Great big branches. Okay, if that was a windstorm, why were none of the other trees around there damaged? It was just like one localized spot. I don't know what would do that. I'm not saying a Bigfoot would do that. That's just strange. I can't explain what happened to that tree. Just a side note, for any of you guys that are interested, Grant has a documentary on his channel that he just did covering the whole process of how he's discovered his water method for talking to the spirits right from day one. It's about an hour-long video. It's on his channel now, Optimal Frequency. Go check it out, guys. If you were interested, some of you were asking, what is this all about? What's he doing? It documents the whole process of how he got interested. We started with the Hack Shack app, and we were doing some sessions outdoors and things like that, and it progressed to where he's now using AI software to filter white noise and get responses. It's on his channel. Check it out. Of course. Look where we are. Here come the ravens. One on each side of me. I was going to ask, at what point, if Bigfoot migrates, do we think that he starts coming back to the north? The other day I did see some geese coming back up. It's been above zero all week, but we have a lot of snow. And you don't get reports anywhere of people finding trackways or big barefoot prints in the bush up here. You just don't hear of it. It doesn't happen. Or people don't mention it maybe because... But I would still think that there would be people in this day and age, with Bigfoot being the accepted subject that it is now and wasn't 20 years ago, people would say, hey, look what I found, right? And everybody's got a phone in their pocket. Why wouldn't they document this? Now, that being said, we did find, I think it was 5 or 6 footprints in the snow that looked just like bear footprints one year, 3 years ago, this time of year on the channel. I couldn't explain them. Was it just weird snow melt? Was it a lynx? Or it definitely had like toe prints. So it wasn't a deer or a moose. It didn't have a hoof print. It wasn't an ungulate. They looked human. We measured them. We went back. They're very well documented. It's on the channel. Anyway, my question is, is this the time of year Bigfoot starts coming back? And if it is, why do we not have more reports of trackways? Gage looked like he was on alert there. This is the exact spot where he has had a couple of freakouts, so I don't know. Just coming back past the creepy corner and the ravens are in there somewhere. Back out for the afternoon run. I've got the big lens, the sun is out. I'm going to concentrate on being stealthy, quiet. Gonna head for the big swamp, put in 3-4 hours and just see if we can get some wildlife. I'm obsessing over spring photography. Just something calling me back out here hour after hour, even though I'm not having great success. Well, I've lost the sun. It is trying to come out behind the clouds there, but it's pretty dark. I didn't bring my regular glasses, so I'm struggling to see wildlife. You know, even rabbits, weasels, pine martens. I'm not seeing anything. And I'm looking. What surprised me the most over the last 3 days is I haven't seen any grouse, no partridge, and this bush is prime partridge territory. I would take photographs of partridge. If I could get it right now, I'd take anything. Just heard a whistle. Well, there's a nest up there in that tree. That's either going to be a bald eagle or an osprey nest, and they will reuse that. I didn't know that was here, so something to keep an eye on. Well, I'm running out of light, guys. But I just found something on the trail here. An owl attack. We're close. Look away if you don't want to see some mouse guts. You can see where he landed in the snow right there. And that's a rear leg off of a mole. Some more tracks right there. I'm gonna have to go cross country back to my place. I think it's probably an hour and a half back by trail, and I might be pushing it. I'm running out of daylight. Whew, well, I've been slogging through the forest, no trail. Just started cutting towards where I thought home was for over an hour. I was starting to get a little worried. I'm losing light. I'm sweating. You could wring my underwear out right now, guys. I'm not lying. Just a good reminder to always carry your compass with you. I know where I am now. The stone box is only a couple hundred yards over here, so not far, half a mile, 3/4 of a mile back to my place. I didn't save any time by doing this, and it was kind of dangerous because if I ran out of daylight, I wasn't 100% sure where I was. So even if I called Tom or somebody and said, hey, bring some flashlights, come find me, you know, so just a reminder, always carry your pack sack with some gear. No water. I got no water today. What a dummy. I'm not joking, guys. I just got in the house. You could wring my shirt out, my clothes. I'm just, oh God. Lesson learned, but I think I did that one time before too. I thought that back trail was much closer to my house than it is. It's not. Lesson learned.